What is up? Oh, I should sit on here. Hello everyone, what's up? It's Zachary, back again with another video. I'm not really even sure how long it's been since my last one, but the important thing is that I'm back. And I plan to be back. I will be back, because it's in my control. And in today's video, I have four to be exact, pieces that I've thrifted, that there's something I want to change about them, so I'm going to be doing a little bit of alterations on them. So that's the video, and I'm going to show you the pieces now. Alright, this is shirt number one. Everything about this is good. I like how it fits, I like the color, everything. And the main issue is that the neckline is getting quite loose and just looks like stretched out and weird. So I figured, since it's already starting to look a bit like a lettuce hem, let's just make it a full lettuce hem, and it's appropriate because it's green. Let's do that. I have my machine ready. I've got it set to a zigzag stitch. That's what you need for the lettuce hem. I've never done a lettuce hem before, but I just watched one video on how to do it, so hopefully this turns out well. And then basically you want, when it comes down, you want the zigzag stitch to hit on the fabric and then off, and then on and then off, and then on and then off. So you kind of have to like line it up right so that the zigzag is going off the stitch, or off the fabric every other stitch, and then you just basically pull it as you are going, so it stretches it out and gives it that wobble, which is what we want. And then I also took this part off my machine, this thing that goes right here, just since it's kind of a smaller hole, it'll be easier to sew around it. So here goes nothing. And I almost forgot this part, but you do want to pull on both sides, the front and the back. Okay, so I just finished going around one time, and I think I'm going to go around once more just because the zigzag is kind of a little bit spaced apart, so I think it'll just kind of emphasize. But I think you can kind of see it's already getting a little bit of that curl to it, which is what we want. So hopefully going around a second time will just kind of like reinforce it and make it even more. As you can see, it is quite curly now. I'm going to flip it inside out and try it on and show you the final result of the first piece. So I ended up actually going over it 2 more times to get it extra curly, and I really like the end result. I think it turned out quite well, and I think it'll be great for layering and like wearing a like sweater vest or something, or a shirt over it. I think it'll be cute, and again, I don't have anything at all like this, so very happy with it. It looks a lot more intentional than before, not just all stretched out and loose. So yeah, on to the next piece. This is item number 2, also a shirt. I got this a long time ago in a video, actually. I believe it was my 8 thrift stores in one day video. Not that that really is important to this video, but yeah, as I said in that video, I believe I want to crop this shirt because I like the print and everything. I just kind of want to wear it untucked, and I feel like it's too long to wear untucked for me, so I want to crop it probably to about like right here. Probably have that last button be about the bottom of it. And yeah, so I'm just gonna probably cut the bottom off and then just hem the bottom. So let's go ahead and do that. Hey! So now I'm just gonna mark along the hem how much I want to cut off. So I'm gonna kind of go from where this button is right here is about where I want the final hem to end. So I am gonna probably extend it about a ½ inch from there, because as you can see, they have kind of this folded hem here at the bottom, which will be a 1/4 inch and then a 1/4 inch. So an extra ½ inch will give me that final hem that I want. Yeah, so that button there, which I'm probably gonna end up removing, is pretty much exactly 6 inches from the hem. So I'm gonna just go all the way along, pretty long hem, and mark 6 inches. My cat wants to make an appearance. Beavers! She's very loud, as you can tell. Okay. So I'm gonna mark it, and then I'll come back when I'm about to cut it. This is such a good angle. I don't know if I explained this well enough, but I marked it at 5.5 inches to account for the hem that I'm gonna fold up. And now I'm gonna go ahead and cut it all the way along where I marked it. Good tip is to always cut on the side that you're not using. So basically, if I were to go off track, it would not cut into the material that I'm keeping. Yeah. So I'm gonna line this up and then cut it. And there you go. Just gonna repeat that all the way along the back. Okay, so now I'm going to press the hem. So I have this, it's a Clover hot ruler. So you can use it when you're ironing. So I am just gonna kind of use this as a guide. So I'm gonna press up once, and then once I get along the whole thing, fold it up once again, so I can sew along it and have that finished edge. Okay, I'm just gonna do this off camera because it's gonna take quite a while. All right, I've got the whole hem pinned now, and I'm gonna go ahead and sew it. Just a straight stitch all the way along the bottom. Gotta switch that over. Yeah, so let's go ahead and do that. I'm just keeping the same green thread that I just had, because it kind of goes well with this if it's all different colors. And I've got my handy dandy magnetic sewing pin cushion for when I take out my pins as I'm going. Makes it a lot easier than kind of just shoving them to the side or having to stick them in an actual pin cushion. So that's a good tip if you don't have one of those. Alright, I am all done sewing that bottom part. I'm just going to go ahead and press it again with my iron to give it a finishing touch, and then I will try it on and show you. This is the finished result. I love how it turned out. I think the length is perfect. Now I won't have to wear it tucked in, and I think it looks great. Some of the hem is like a little bit wonky just because this material kind of sucked to work with because it was kind of slippery and weird, and it didn't work with me the best, but overall I think the result is great. You can't really even tell since it's looser, and yeah, I love it. This is item number 3, this sweater, which I really like. I actually wore this a ton when I first got it, my freshman year of college, and I would always wear it tucked in, and it's just super bulky, so it does not work well with most of my pants. The buttons were about to burst off the seams. So yeah, I'm going to crop this as well, but I'm going to kind of show a cool little trick you might not have seen before, which is for knit things like sweaters and stuff, how you can keep like this ribbed hem at the bottom here while still cropping it. So you're not just going to cut everything off. Yep, so I'm going to do that, probably crop it to around here so that I can wear it untucked. Alright, I've got the sweater laid out. I spilled some water on it from my iron, if in case you're wondering what that was. So I marked it here where I want the cuff to land, which is about 7.5 inches from where it is right now. But basically what you'll do, or what I'm going to do, is kind of flip it up like this. So since I am doing like 7.5 inches-ish, I'm going to do it around like 3 3/4 inches like this, since it's going to be doubled. It's folded over so it's doubled. I'm going to start with the side seam so I can kind of line it up that way. Alright, so right about 3.5-ish, which is fine. So then I am actually gonna go grab my pins quick. And what I'm gonna do is, so just kind of put my hand through like the opening here, and I'm just gonna pin right where this ribbing comes in. I'm not pinning through all 4 layers I have here, just the main sweater and then the piece that's folded over it. And so basically I'm gonna pin all the way across at that same length and on the back as well. And then I'm gonna go in with my serger, which, in case you didn't know, is basically a machine that cuts the fabric and sews it at the same time, and it sews with 4 threads, which basically cover the edges so that there's no fraying. This side seam here is an example of a serged edge, so it has these threads interlocking to kind of keep that edge from fraying, and it holds the material together as well. I'm gonna pin all the way across at that 3.5-inch mark, and I will see you after I do that. Alright, I've now pinned it across this is the back and also the front as I showed. Now I'm gonna head over to the serger machine and so show you the next step. But this is my serger machine. It's the Singer Pro Finish, in case you were wondering. I got it refurbished through the Singer website. That was really not relevant at all, but I only have white thread for it right now, which does not match this at all. But I don't think you'll really see it. It's going to be on the inside. At least I'm hoping you won't really see it. I'm going to start with one of the side seams, I think, and like going toward the back, just in case if I do mess up, it's not as visible. But yeah, basically with the serger machine, there's this presser foot, comes down, and as the fabric feeds through, it cuts it as it's going. So I'm going to have to kind of like start it going at an angle, and then eventually get it to where it's cutting and sewing right at this like seam where this ribbing joins the main part of the sweater. And yeah, essentially once that's sewn, this will come down and be at this new level where I want it to be to crop it. Yeah, like I said, I'm going to start about where this side seam is right here, and I'm going to have to kind of go at an angle and then gradually turn it so that it'll get to where it is, because I can't really start right at the seam because got to get some of this fabric out of the way. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to kind of just let it pull the fabric. I'm not going to be pulling it at all, otherwise it would kind of give the same effect as that lettuce hem, which is not what I want with this. So yeah, and then just taking out the pins as I go along. Alright, so here's all the stuff that it cut off, and yeah, now we've got this. You'll just fold down that hemline, and I will try it on and show you the final result. So this is the final result. A lot shorter than it was before. I really like the length of it. It does have like a little bit of that kind of curling of the hem, which I'm not like in love with, but might go away after a little bit or after I wash it or something. I'm hoping, but I don't hate it either, but yeah, I like it. Looks pretty good, I would say. It's a lot more cropped, obviously, than it was before. And yeah, now I don't have to tuck it in. So that solves the issue. The final item is these pants, which fit me more like capris. So I'm going to be turning them into shorts. Probably about here, like mid-thigh range. Alright, I'm not sure how well you can see this here, but I have it marked across where I want to cut it. So it's about an inch down from where I want the final seam to be. I only marked one side just so that I can cut it and then kind of use that as a template to cut the other side. And yeah, so I'm going to cut across here, again using my rotary cutter and using that same tip, cutting on the side of the fabric you're not using for the final thing. Just that way, again, if you go off track, you won't be cutting into your good final material. Sometimes, if the material is a little thicker, it requires a couple more passes with the rotary knife, and I probably need to switch to a new blade. But, yep, there we go. Got first one cut off, and then, like I said, I'm going to just lay that over this other side so that I can get the same exact cut on this side. So I flipped that piece over. Now I'm going to lay that down, match it up, and line it up on this side. Pretty much exactly the same. And I'm just going to mark it with my little chalk roller thingy. So now I've got my shorts here, my new shorts. Now I am going to flip them inside out and fold up half an inch, and press them with the iron again, similar to how I did with that second shirt. Oh, this is actually an important thing to mention, is my little mini ironing board for doing sleeves and pant legs and stuff like that. So I am going ahead and do that, because obviously since it's multiple layers, you can't just do it on a flat surface, otherwise you'll be ironing the opposite side as well. So like I said, I'm going to do about a half inch and then fold it up again for that final seam, and then it'll be on the inside, won't be showing on the outside. It's a funny story. I was trying to show you how I'm hand stitching the hem of these shorts, and I was really just not doing a good job explaining it. I'm not even really sure how to explain it. And I realized I wasn't recording, so maybe it's meant to be that I don't show you this. But if you're interested in how to hand hem pants, you can look up, it's called a catch stitch is the one I'm using. I can also link one down below if I remember. Here, let me show you a little sample of what it is. That's kind of like a sample of it. It's kind of look wider than I'd want it to be, but basically it's just like a kind of zigzagging between the hem and the pants to connect them. It just is a lot more seamless on the outside than if you were to do a machine stitch. So you can just see like the little tiny spots where it comes through the front. But yeah, it just gives like a lot more seamless of a look to it, which I like. And sometimes it just looks better depending on what you're going for. So yes, I will show you when I'm done with this. It's going to take a while, and then show you the final product. Okay, it's the next day. I finished hand sewing the hem. Here's kind of a better look at what that even looks like. And now I'm going to try them on. Alright, here they are. I think they turned out great. I love the length so much. And I love the little corduroy material. And I'm so glad I can actually wear them. Even though I'm not going to be wearing them anytime soon because it's winter and it's freaking freezing outside. But I think they're super cute. And I can't wait to wear them when it's warmer out. Maybe I'll still wear them inside. Alright, well, let me try not to show my hair because it looks kind of bad right now. I'm not sure what happened. So I'll just cover my hair right now. Anyway, that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed. As I said, I'm going to be back making videos weekly if I have anything to say about it. Even though it's literally up to me. So, you know what? I'm going to be back. I'm kind of close to the camera. Anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed, maybe learned something. If you have any questions, ask them down below. Anything you want to see me do in the future, let me know. Subscribe if you want. I think that's everything. And yep, that's it. See you next week. Bye.